Hi, and welcome to Shoe Cabinet TV, episode number 15. And we are here live in Elias Shoes, and we are located in Murrieta, California. So this one is Insert, episode number 15. I am going to talk all about inserts in just a few short minutes. So you've got some aches and pains going on in your feet, and you've went to the doctor, whether it's your podiatrist, your primary care, your orthopedic, or your chiropractor, and they have recommended inserts for you. Great, wonderful. Now what do you do? All the direction that they've given to you is you need to go get a new pair of shoes and some really good inserts. So you go and you find one of those computer scanners, you step on it, gives you a number, you get that insert, you stick it in a shoe, but your pain isn't gone. That discomfort is still there. That's why you need to come to a store, for example, Elias Shoes, where we do have certification and a lot of education and training, so we can do a gait assessment and then take the appropriate product, put it in not only the insert, but put it in the appropriate shoe. So I'm going to kind of go over, this is just a little sampling of some of the different inserts that are here available in store. And depending on what's going on with your foot will depend on which of these would be best suited for you. So here's a great product, and it's interesting because someone will say, oh, purple is my favorite color, I need a purple insert. Well, this may not be the best product that you may necessarily need to help with your discomfort in your feet. This one happens to be a little bit narrower in the heel, so if your foot is a little bit fuller, you will actually sit on top of the back heel cup and you won't get proper support. So you may really like this color, but this may not absolutely be the right product for you. So if you have a fuller foot, then you may need a product that would accommodate for a fuller foot. There's an actual wide product. So this product can accommodate not only for a wider heel cup, but if you have a wider forefoot, that way when you put it inside your shoe, your feet aren't hanging over. So if you were to take and compare, oh, but this is pretty in pink. Well, two totally different products depending on what your need is. So that's something that you really need to be aware of, because I have seen quite a few individuals that have done that exactly, where they've said, oh, I want the blue one because it matches, you know, the exterior of a shoe, instead of realizing that this was probably a better fit for what their needs are. So that's one. So after you get fitted for the proper insert, here comes the next dilemma. Well, how do I fit this into this? Well, these inserts, each one of them is a little different. So each one is going to put your foot, your ankle, your hip in a different position depending on the actual product. So something like this is what we call a neutral, so you're going to stay pretty neutral. When the podiatrist or the orthopedic or the chiropractor recommends that you might have some stability, it's called posting. Well, this item and that item are going to fit completely different inside of your shoe. So if you try and put this inside, you might notice that it might come forward a little bit. Or when you put this inside your shoe, and again, depending on your shoe, it's a little higher. When you put it inside the shoe, now all of a sudden your heel is coming up and down. There's nothing wrong with the shoe, there's nothing wrong with the insert. It's a combination of these two products together that is not in the most benefit for what you need. So you might have to end up, whereas this product, even though they're both wonderful shoes, great New Balance shoes, this one's actually a little bit deeper. So, and again, most people forget to do this, and I see this all the time. Whatever insert that comes inside of the shoe, you must remove that before you put any other product on top. because if you don't do that, when you add the depth, I know this is the right and the left, but when you add the depth of the insert that's already existing in the shoe, in addition to the new one, then now the shoe becomes really crowded, and what ends up happening is your toes might start to get crunched. You might get some discomfort on the top of your shoe. Also, again, with both of them, you might notice that your heel is rubbing up and down. So those are all suggestions when you get fitted. So the other suggestion I'm going to offer you guys is this product may fit perfect inside the tennis shoe. So you're like, okay, I've got my orthotics, and you switch it from shoe to shoe. Well, this orthotic may not necessarily be the right insert to fit inside of this shoe. So you really need to take that in consideration when the doctor, whomever, whether it's, like I said, the podiatrist, the orthopedic, the chiropractor, they say you need some inserts. What you need to do is come and get fitted, what's going on appropriately, because here at Elias Shoes, we have a lot of shoes that actually have the insert already built in. So they've taken in for accommodation of the heel slippage. So when they put the insert and design the structure of the shoe, the depth of the shoe in the back is already been designed so that your heel won't slip up and down. In this case, this is a Taos. They've already accommodated, so if you happen to what's called pronate, which means your foot kind of rolls in just a little bit, they've already made those accommodations inside the shoe and the insert, so that way that's already taken care of. So you may not necessarily need to have a product to put inside your shoe, because here the quality of the shoe actually comes designed with that in mind. There are those that also, most people pronate, but there are those that tend to roll out, and that's called supinate. So when you pronate or supinate, the structure of the shoe on the outside and the inside are just as important. Again, just putting in an orthotic, slipping it into the shoe, isn't going to make this the best or the worst product. You need to make sure that they both fit together and they work in harmony, so that that discomfort that you have is now becoming less. So another option that we have here, and these are all options, I could have filled up the whole table with all the different orthotics that we have available here in the store, but I just brought a sampling of some of them. We have a Bayo, we have New Balance, we have Power Step, we have Super Feet. Also, another product that we have in the store is for our kids. So this happens to be a kid's. So when you start to notice the young ones walking and they might be rolling in or their knees are knocking in, that's something that you need to address with the pediatrician. And then just know that we do have those inserts available for the young ones. Some people, another thing that you have to be able to do is remove the insert, but some shoes that are out there and available on the market, they're glued down. You're not able to take the insert out. And if you can't take the insert out, we do have what we call 3/4 options, where you can take a product like this and slip it in so that you get that support on the inside of your shoe as well as your heel. And those that follow our Shoe Cabinet TV, you know the rules as far as sandals and shoes that I've said a million times, and I'll say it again, is you need to make sure that you have heel cup and arch support. So the same thing applies to your insert. So when you're looking for an insert, you need to make sure that you have a heel cup and the arch support, because if you don't, even with the insert, when you step and you don't have the heel cup, your foot will slide over. And then you might end up getting some blistering on the outside of your shoe, on your foot, or from the inside of the shoe because your foot's twisting a little bit. So you need to make sure, again, even your orthotics, that you have an arch support and a heel cup. And depending on what your needs are, the heel cup could be deeper or less, but you'll still have some amount. Even in the 3/4 one, you can visually see that there's still a heel cup and an arch support. Great product. There's another one that we even have a product for high heels. and that one also has a heel cup and an arch support. So when you come to a store like ours, Elias Shoes, located in Murrieta, California, this is what we actually do. We sit down with you and we have you bring in, if you had custom orthotics made, we do request that you bring them with you, and any shoes that you may be trying to see if they're working, or maybe the shoe that you have isn't working, when you bring it with us into the store to us, then we can kind of educate you and tell you why or why not something is working, and then fit you for a better product so that we can take away some of that discomfort. We are open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6, and Sundays, 11 to 5. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And again, this came from a viewer who reached out to me about a week ago. So keep those questions coming and I will answer them as fast as I can. I have a couple more this past week that we'll address for episode 16 and episode 17. So have a safe evening and thank you.